And welcome to the sixth podcast of the Slashing Sabres. I'm your host, Lynn Spellman, and next to me I have
Adam Smith.
And today we're going to be talking about the Sabres free agency and who should they bring back. We have a lot of guys on our list, right, Adam?
Yes.
We have a bunch of people. It's good to talk about everybody and see how everybody's going to do. And yeah, so first off, we got Colin Miller on the Buffalo Sabres, and I'm going to leave you to this one. Colin Miller's stats are 2 goals, 12 assists, and 14 points. I made these a couple days ago, so if somebody had more points, I'm sorry. I think the only person that would have one is either Tokarski with the worst save percentage or Olofsson with one more assist, so I'm sorry, guys. But Adam, do you think the Sabres should re-sign Colin Miller?
So yeah, like Landon said, 14 points, 2 goals, 12 assists. He of course got injured or something like that, I'm pretty sure. So I feel like he could get the points up. I honestly would like to keep him. He's actually okay at defense. I just need him to get the points up, and that will he can be a big help for us if he steps up to his full potential. So honestly, I say we keep him because you never know how he's gonna play next year.
Yeah, it's really gonna be question mark for Colin Miller because it's like the question mark is will the Sabres bring in a better defenseman and maybe Miller gets caught in like that bottom pair line. But hey, next we got Will Butcher. I'm gonna say Will Butcher. We're gonna go back and forth. Will Butcher. It's Will Butcher. Nothing to say about him. Just loses the puck, can't score. He has 2 goals. 2 goals, 6 assists, and 8 points. Not the greatest for Will Butcher, and he doesn't play really good defense. Yeah, he had an injury, but he did actually play 37 games, which is 7 more than Colin Miller. Colin Miller has 4 more points than him. So yeah, it's kind of unlucky for Will Butcher what happened to him, shoulder injury. He's a good veteran, but I just don't think the Sabres should re-sign and waste money on the guy. Adam, do you think they should re-sign him?
No, honestly, he's not a good player. I feel like we just got him in that deal just because I feel they thought they needed a defenseman and they tried to get help. But I say we don't get him because, 1, he's not really going to help us. And 2, why waste money when you can use that money to re-sign someone else to make someone happy or just sign someone in free agency?
Yeah, and the Sabres are looking to trade for defenseman Shea Theodore from the Vegas Golden Knights. The Sabres have 3 first-round picks, so that's going to help them in the trade process and stuff. So next we got Victor Olofsson. You get Victor Olofsson. His stats are 20 goals, 29 assists, and 49 points. Believe me, I think he has 50 points, but just right now what my sheet says he has 49 points.
Yeah, like Landon said, Olofsson has 49 or 50. 20 goals and 29 assists or 30 assists, either one. But yeah, I say I'm more confident about re-signing him than Colin Miller because yeah, he had that big slump, but he came back and started playing. He had a few games where he didn't get points, but after the slump, I think he got a point the majority of the games, and he was a big help for us to win games. He's been getting goals lately, getting points lately, and he's just been a big help for the Sabres this year and the past years. So, yeah, I say we re-sign him, and, hope to have him back.
Yeah, I love Victor Olofsson. He's a great player. The Sabres really need him. He's a great offensive scorer, and he's really all-around great player. Maybe next year we re-sign him, maybe he can even be on the third line. And if we can have Tuck, Skinner, and Thompson on the second line next year and get 3 more new guys in free agency, that is a win opportunity for the Sabres. Next we got Cody Eakin. Cody Eakin's 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. Decent stats for Eakin. He played on the 4th line, was a healthy scratch for a while. Got a little injury in there. So Cody Eakin, great face-off guy, but that's really it. That's really what you want from Eakin. He did it this year. He had something. He did really good. So next, so I think the Sabres don't re-sign him. Why just waste money on a guy you really don't need? It's just you don't really need Eakin, right? Mm-hmm. And he's old too, so why re-sign him? Maybe to a 1-year contract. I'll get the 1-year contract. Maybe have him as a scratch, play in the AHL. Then maybe if the Sabres have an injury on the center position, bring him up.
But also, yeah, like Landon was saying, why just waste money on a player that's basically just gonna win you face off, maybe get a goal here and there and some assists, but why waste money on a player who's basically gonna do nothing for you, pretty much, except for like win face-offs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like Adam said. So yeah, we got and now we have Brandon B-Row. B-Row has he did not play. I think he maybe had 1 assist in this game against Montreal. He only played that one game. So yeah, it's Brandon B-Row. Maybe he gets re-signed to the. Maybe goes to the Amex. And maybe that's an Amex signing. But why waste money? Like we're saying again, like why waste it? Like $750K on a guy that's not even gonna play on your team.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, we haven't really seen him play, so we haven't seen his full potential. We haven't seen how he plays. But honestly, just even though we haven't seen him play, so we don't know how he is. I just don't say we waste, like how Lana said, like $750K on a player that might not even play a lot, and he might not even be that talented. When we could be using that money to make a trade or sign someone in free agency or re-sign someone so the team can be happy and they can want to stay with us. So yeah, I say no re-sign.
Yeah, but I like Brandon B-Row. He's a really good guy for the Sabres. And Amex. So next we got on our list Vinnie Henderson, who has 13 goals, 12 assists, 25 points. Really good year for Vinnie Henderson. Really was struggling last year. Signed with the contract with the Sabres. Maybe he goes to a different team because his stats were up this year. Great. If he's on your fourth line, that you're doing something right. Vinnie Henderson. If you see this podcast before, after Henderson is signed somewhere and it's not the Sabres, and you're a fan of the team he signed with, if he's not, you're doing something right. He's gonna be good. He gets you goals. So yeah. Next we got Otto Ristolainen. In my notes I have not enough to judge. Really, I like Ristolainen. Do you like Ristolainen?
Yeah, honestly, the majority or maybe the whole season he played with the Amherst. But honestly, I like him. I mean, yeah, like Landon said and wrote on his paper, it's not really enough to judge his play style and how good he is. But I say we re-sign him. I think he'll only be like $850K, $875K, something like that. I mean. I feel like we spend the money on him. I mean, it's not a ton of money, but I think we use the money to sign him back and maybe have him on the Sabres or keep him on the Amex.
Yeah, so Otto Ristolainen is a great guy. He's definitely going to be on the Amex. I don't think the Sabres want him. Maybe if they don't really re-sign anybody else. So next we got Jacob Bryson. I'm doing Bryson. 1 goal, 9 assists, 10 points. Decent. If the Sabres can't find a defenseman, Bryson's a great pairing with anybody really. Like he was with Casey Fitzgerald. I remember him with Darlene. I remember him with Mark Pestic. I remember him with Will Butcher, Robert Haig. But he was with everybody. So and he makes everybody look better. He is a really good guy, and I think the Sabres, if they can't find really that guy in free agency, they should re-sign Jacob Bryson. How do you think Mark Pestic? Do you think Mark Pestic?
Yeah, Mark Pestic, he's an okay player at times. At times he can be good. But, I mean, yeah, I'd like to sign him back. I mean, he's a good player. At times he can be a really good player for us. At times he can be a bad player for us. So it's a bit hard to judge. His stats here, 3 goals, 9 assists. So 12 points overall. I mean, it's better than Bryson. I just, like Landon said, Bryson just makes people look better. I don't know if that's really how Mark Pestic is. I don't think he really makes people look better, but I think he's a good player overall. Yeah, I say we re-sign him, honestly. So
yeah, that's great. Yeah, I agree with you, Adam. So next we got Mark Pestic. Next we got Malcolm Subban, who sang the Spider-Spangled Banner in the last game for the Sabres. So you got Malcolm Subban, 0-2 this year with a .445 save percentage and an .871. Wait. 4.45 goals against and .871 save percentage for 2 games. Really good for Subban. He had a really bad injury against the Lightning, I think it was.
was it the Hurricanes?
I think it was the Lightning.
Oh, yeah.
The Hurricanes was his first game.
Yeah.
He had to get UPL got into that game too, and then he never got called back up. So next, guys, I'm not gonna do any more non-Sabres rostered players. I'm gonna do Sabres players that was with the team for the whole season, basically. So next guy we have Drake Kajuma.
Drake Kajula. He has 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. He didn't play many games, right?
No,
No.
but he was injured a lot of the season.
Yeah, he didn't play many games, but yeah. Honestly, it's hard to judge, but I mean, he's okay and pretty good. Honestly, I feel like the thing is he gonna get playing time? Is he gonna play?
Yeah.
I feel like he would be on the Amherst if he does play. Honestly, unless we lose players and we need him on the Sabres, I say we don't really sign him. He's an okay/good player. I just don't really think we sign him and waste some money on him when he, 1, could get injured, or 2, not really help us.
Yeah, and Malcolm, I forgot to say if we should re-sign Malcolm Subban. It's a yes and no question. It's a yes and no question. It depends on Kevin Adams and what he thinks. Do the Sabres have a chance for another goalie in free agency, or do we want Anderson, Subban, and have a 3-goalie rotation? Next we got Michael Hauser. He's 2-0 with a 2 goal against and a 948 save percentage. I'm gonna do this one. Really good for Michael Hauser. He had a really nice game against Ottawa, and I think he played against the Flyers.
Yes, it was the Flyers.
Yes. And good game against them too. So, and then he was called up in the last game of the season. Played backup goalie for Dustin Tokarski. And I think the Sabres, if they need some help down in the Amerks, he's a great guy to re-sign. I mean, I like him, and if they have some problems with their goaltending, and then just call him up. So now, Adam, you got Craig Anderson. Lucky you.
All right. Yeah, Craig Anderson. He played pretty good for us. Honestly, 17-12, 3.12 goals against. Honestly, he's getting old, and the thing is, will he be the same?
Yeah.
Will he be the same? That's the only problem. As he's getting old, and of course at an old age, he is playing great. He's playing good for being 41 and maybe 42 now. I'm not sure. But honestly, will he be the same? And the thing is, I say we don't resign him just because, yeah, he was playing good at an old age. But what if he retires next year? That's just wasted money on a player that we aren't going to be able to use. So I say we don't resign him. But Anderson, if you retire, good luck.
Yeah, I love Anderson. He's a great guy. I think they should re-sign him, 1-year contract, one last ride. Only if he wants to win a Stanley Cup. That just get away from the Sabres. Next you got Aaron Dowd. Lucky me. 1-8. Let that process. 1-8. What? So Aaron Dowd 1-8, 403 goals against, and an 893 save percentage. Not good. Not good. They should not re-sign him. That's just it. And now we're going to go quick on these last couple ones. Mark Dudkowski, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. I don't think they should re-sign him, only if they need help in the Amerks. How do you think?
Yeah, no, he played for us when he did play. But, and when he played for the Amerks, he was But I say we don't re-sign him. Don't waste money on him when we can probably get a player in free agency to replace him.
Yeah, John Hayden, another guy. I think they should re-sign him. He's a great scrapper, 4th liner for the Sabres. How do you think about John Hayden?
Yeah, honestly, he's actually I feel like some Sabres fans or other fans, I feel like he's underrated. I feel like he's actually a pretty good player.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's like Landon said, he's basically our scrapper. He's the one who gets in fights.
Mm-hmm. And they got Dustin Tokarski 9-11 with no, he did he lost. He is 10-12. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's 10-12.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's 10-12-1, I'm pretty sure.
10-12-1. That's great with a shutout. They only set up the Sabres season against the Calgary Flames. That's just so weird. So yeah, we're gonna end the podcast here. We should not resign Dustin Tokarski. Why waste money on him? We have some other goalies like UPL and Anderson and other guys like that. Now you got like Hauser. You got a bunch of guys in free agency.
Yeah, like Landon said, and you might get a goalie or other players in free agency. So why waste the money on a player who's meh?
And we're going to sign off. So this is Landon and Adam on the Slashing Sabres. And we are going to see you guys next season. Or we're going to be talking about free agent targets for the Buffalo Sabres. So see you then.